My friend, are you trapped? Do you feel the invisible walls of rules not of your making, of qualifications you do not possess? Do you wait for a permission that never comes? This is the great malady of our age. I will show you how to shatter those walls with the sheer force of your own merit. The universe holds one law higher than any statute penned by man: the law of excellence. I tell you that true, undeniable merit carries its own supreme authority. It is a force of nature that cannot be long denied. It does not merely ask for the rules to be bent, it commands that they be broken and rewritten in its honor. The world does not make way for the person with the right credentials. It makes way for the person who presents an irrefutable result. This is not a hopeful platitude, my friend. It is the fundamental physics of achievement. Your great work, your masterpiece, is not just a product, it is a key, a battering ram, a crown. It is the only permission slip you will ever need. Consider the tale from ancient Greece. A young man named Creon, a slave. By the unjust law of his time, he was property, forbidden from the glory of creation, his hands shackled not by iron, but by statute. What a perfect excuse for despair! He could have cursed his fate and surrendered his genius to the darkness of his station. He could have told himself, the system is rigged, the law is absolute, and I am powerless. How many of you, in your own lives, have whispered a similar lie to yourselves when faced with a corporate policy, an industry bias, or a social convention that seems designed to hold you back? This is the first-rate temptation, to accept the cage simply because the bars are labeled law or tradition. But this young man, this slave, did he plead? Did he petition the authorities for a special exemption? No. He made a magnificent choice, aided by his devoted sister. He descended into the darkness of a cellar, a secret forge for his ambition. He chose to act without permission. He chose to create his masterpiece in the shadows, far from the eyes of the gatekeepers. He understood a profound truth. You do not defeat an unjust system by arguing with it. You make it irrelevant by creating something of such astonishing power that it cannot be ignored. While others debated in the light, he toiled in the dark. He poured his soul, his genius, his very life into the marble, knowing that the work itself would be his ultimate argument. And then, the day of judgment. His work is displayed anonymously in the agora. The masters, the critics, the rulers of Athens all are stunned into silence by its divine beauty. Who is the sculptor? They cry. There is no answer. They drag his sister forth, but she will not speak. The law is clear, the artist is a slave, and the penalty is dire. The system rises to defend itself, its voice indignant, its rules absolute. The crowd roars for punishment, for the old order to be upheld. For a moment, it seems the unjust law will triumph. It seems the creator will be crushed by the very system his genius has exposed as obsolete. This is the moment of maximum danger, when your brilliant work finally confronts the power structure it threatens. Then comes the glorious reversal. The ruler, Pericles, a man of wisdom, rises and makes a declaration that should be carved in stone above the door of every corporation and every government on earth. Apollo decides by it, he thunders, pointing to the sculpture, that there is something higher in Greece than an unjust law. The law was rewritten in that instant. Not by a committee, not by a vote, but by the undeniable authority of a single masterpiece. The slave was not sent to the dungeon. He was brought to the side of the ruler and crowned. Do you see? His work did not just earn him freedom. It earned him honor, and it changed the very definition of value for his entire society. That is the power I want you to claim. Or consider a man from a more modern era, Henry Wilson, who would rise to become Vice President of the United States. He said, "Once sat by my cradle. I know what it is to ask a mother for bread when she has none to give." His origin was not one of privilege, but of profound lack. This is a story not of ancient Athens, but of the cold, hard soil of reality that many of you have known. Some look upon such a past as a lifelong deficit, a permanent stain, a reason to feel forever behind. They carry the scarcity mindset like a ball and chain, believing they are fundamentally worth less because they started with less. They see their past as a disqualification, a source of shame. This is a terrible, self-inflicted wound. After 11 years of hard apprenticeship, Wilson's total reward was a yoke of oxen and 6 sheep, which brought him $84. $84 for 11 years of his life. Later, for a month of brutal logging work, rising before dawn and toiling after dark, he received $6. He said each of those dollars looked as large as the moon. A cynic would hear this and see only exploitation. But a student of character sees something else entirely. This is not a ledger of victimhood, it is the accounting of his investment in himself. He was not merely enduring hardship, he was forging an unshakable character. He was developing a profound understanding of value, effort, and sacrifice that no classroom could ever teach. That crucible of poverty was not his disqualification, it was his supreme qualification. When it came time for him to lead, to make decisions of national importance, who would you trust more? The man born with a silver spoon who never knew want, or the man who understands the weight of a single dollar earned through sweat and toil? His past was not a scar, it was his armor, it was the bedrock of his credibility. So I say to you, if you come from humble beginnings, do not hide it. Do not be ashamed of it. It is the source of your greatest strength. It is the fire that forged your will of steel. Your story of overcoming adversity is your most powerful asset, your testament to a resilience that comfort can never bestow. Now, a brief pause in our great endeavor. For those who have journeyed with me before, welcome back to the Forge. For those we are meeting for the first time, I am Orison Swett Marden. It is the miracle of this modern age, a thing of wires and light, that has carried my voice across the decades to reach you now. But do not be mistaken, the principles I champion are not new. They are as old and as immutable as the stars. They are the timeless laws of character, ambition, and triumphant achievement. If this message strikes a chord of truth deep within your soul, if it fans the embers of your own ambition into a living flame, then signal your alliance. Join our great army of strivers with a powerful like. To ensure you miss no chapter in your own magnificent development, I implore you to subscribe. Now let us bring this principle into your world. You, the brilliant software developer, do you not feel the chilling grip of the unjust law? You see a more elegant, a more efficient way to build something, but you are shackled by outdated company policies, by a manager who fears innovation, by the demand for credentials you have not yet earned. You are modern-day Creon, your genius confined by the cellar of corporate bureaucracy. You are told, this is how we have always done it. That phrase is the death rattle of progress. You feel your ambition withering, your finest ideas dying before they can even be prototyped. The system tells you to wait your turn, to follow the rules, to fall in line, but your spirit cries out for creation. And you, the artist, the writer, the creator, you hold a universe of beauty within you, a story that demands to be told, a vision that yearns for a canvas, yet you wait. You wait for the gallery owner, the publisher, the agent, the modern Pericles to grant you permission to be great. You send out your work and receive only silence or rejection, and you begin to believe their judgment is the final word on your talent. You are tailoring your soul to fit their narrow expectations, sanding down the magnificent, jagged edges of your unique genius to make it more marketable. You have forgotten the lesson of the seller. The work is the thing. Your job is not to beg for entry, but to build a masterpiece so compelling that they are forced to tear down the door to get to it. And what of you, the striving entrepreneur? Your mind blazes with a world-changing idea, a new venture that could serve millions. But you are paralyzed because you believe the first step is to secure a mountain of gold from venture capitalists. You spend all your energy crafting the perfect pitch deck instead of the perfect prototype. You are auditioning for the role of funded founder instead of simply being a founder. You are seeking permission from those who control the capital, believing their no is a verdict on your idea's worth. Like Henry Wilson, you are forgetting that the greatest enterprises are built not on easy money, but on the sweat equity of unshakable resolve. Your most valuable asset is not their capital, it is your own grit and resourcefulness. And the noble teacher. You stand before the future, the bright young minds of the next generation. You know in your soul what they need to thrive, to think critically, to build character. But you are bound by an unjust law, a rigid, outdated curriculum, a system obsessed with standardized tests, that measure memorization but not mastery. You feel your passion for true education being extinguished by bureaucratic demands. You are forced to teach to the test, knowing you are leaving your students unprepared for the real world. You are a master sculptor being forced to carve the same lifeless block of stone day after day. The desire to create a true masterpiece of a lesson burns within you, but the system demands conformity. Enough diagnosis. Now, for the cure. I will give you 3 powerful habits, forged in the very fire of these principles. The first habit is this. I call it create your exhibit. You must stop waiting for the perfect conditions and start producing your work, even if it is in secret, even if it is imperfect. The purpose of this habit is to shift your focus from seeking permission to generating proof. Just as Creon toiled in his cellar, you must toil on your prototype, your manuscript, your side project. Why is this so powerful? Because an idea is easily dismissed, but a tangible result, a piece of art, a working app, a finished chapter commands respect. It changes the conversation from what if to look at this. How do you practice this? Through a micro-action. Here is the routine. Q. The moment you have a spare block of time, your lunch break, the hour before your family wakes, that is your trigger. Routine. You will not work on your dream. That is too large. Instead, you will open your project and perform one single concrete task for just 15 minutes. Write 1 paragraph. Design 1 button. Sketch 1 figure. The result is not a finished product. It is a feeling of sovereign power. You are not just writing code, you are building your case. You are not just painting, you are forging your evidence. This small, consistent action builds your secret gallery, your arsenal of merit that you can unveil when the time is right. Now, the transformation. After 1 month of this practice, you will no longer feel like a petitioner waiting for a handout. You will possess a body of work. It may be small, it may be incomplete, but it is real. The fog of helplessness will be replaced by the sharp reality of your own creative power, and you will affirm your new identity. With each 15-minute session, you declare to the universe and to yourself, I am a producer, not a petitioner. I am a creator of value. I am the sculptor in the cellar, and my day in the agora will come. You are no longer defined by the system that seeks to confine you. You are defined by the work you are creating in defiance of it. The second habit is the foundation of the first. I call it the daily command. Before the world can impose its demands upon you, you must first issue a command to yourself. This is an act of supreme self-governance. Its purpose is to fortify your mind against the storms of distraction and doubt, to set the rudder of your day before the winds of circumstance begin to blow. Why is this essential? Because a person who does not know their own highest priority will inevitably become a servant to the priorities of others. They will spend their day reacting instead of acting. Your genius requires a fortress, and that fortress is a mind sharpened by a single unwavering purpose each day. Here is the micro-action. It could not be simpler. Q. The moment you sit at your desk in the morning before you open a single email or look at your phone, that is the sacred trigger. Routine. Open a journal or a simple piece of paper. Write down this sentence. My one great ambition for today is... and complete it. Just 1. Not a to-do list of 20 items. 1. The single most important thing that, if accomplished, would represent a victory for the day. The result is immediate clarity. You have given your subconscious mind its marching orders. This is not merely writing, it is an act of command. It is you, seizing control of your own mental kingdom. And the transformation? After just 1 week of this practice, you will feel a profound shift from being reactive to being proactive. The chaos of the day will not vanish, but you will navigate it with a calm sense of purpose. You will end your days with a sense of accomplishment, not just exhaustion. Now, claim your identity. When you perform this 2-minute action, you are not just making a list. You are declaring, I am the commander of my attention. I am the architect of my day. I am a person who separates the vital from the trivial. This is the inner discipline that fuels the outer masterpiece. It is the quiet resolve that powered both Creon in his cellar and Wilson in the woods. The third and final habit is the steel spine that holds all else together. I call it the pact of self-reliance. Its purpose is to build absolute, unshakable trust in the one person whose commitment you require above all others, yourself. Remember Henry Wilson? He had no one to rely on but himself. He could not afford the luxury of a broken promise to his own ambition. This habit is about forging that same internal integrity. Why? Because when you are attempting to defy a system or build something from nothing, your self-belief is your only true currency. If you cannot trust your own word, you will crumble at the first sign of resistance. Your character is your capital. Here is the micro-action, the forge for your character. Q. Every evening, as you review your day. Routine, you will make one single, infinitesimally small promise to your future self for the next day. It must be something you know you can do. Not I will finish the project, but I will open the file. Not I will go to the gym, but I will put on my running shoes. And the next day, you keep that promise. That is all. The result of this is not the completion of the task, but the reinforcement of a neural pathway. Each kept promise is a hammer blow, forging a character of pure steel. You are teaching your mind, on a cellular level, that when you speak, it is laud, otwine chod. Imagine the transformation after a month of forging these golden links in the chain of your character. Your self-doubt will begin to starve. Your confidence will no longer be a fleeting emotion dependent on external validation, but a deep, quiet certainty rooted in a history of kept promises. And you will embody this new identity with every fiber of your being. You are no longer a person who hopes to do things. You are a person who does what they say they will do. You declare, I am my own rock. I am my own guarantor. My word to myself is my bond. This is the bedrock on which empires of achievement are built. This is the character that can withstand any storm. My friends, my fellow architects of destiny, the power is in your hands. It has always been there. The stories of Creon and Wilson are not relics of a bygone age. They are living blueprints for your own ascent. The systems, the rules, the barriers, they are real, but they are not supreme. Your merit, forged in the fires of these habits, is the higher law. You have the capacity to create work so excellent it cannot be denied. To build a character so strong, it cannot be broken. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your own crown. I wish you nothing but strength and fire on this glorious journey. May you find joy in the toil and triumph in the result. The greatest act of generosity is to pass the torch of knowledge to another who may be struggling in the dark. If this message has ignited a spark within your soul, I encourage you to share it. Send it to the developer, the artist, the entrepreneur, the teacher, or any striving soul you know who needs to hear that their own merit is the only permission they need. Let us create a conspiracy of excellence, a society of self-reliant creators who refuse to be defined by anything but the quality of their work and the strength of their character. Thank you for your time and for your magnificent attention. Go forth and build your masterpiece.